Hello everyone, my name is Bala and I'm the CTO at Lean Apps. A few seasons ago, we decided to spend some time on the age-old question: how do we build awesome quality software faster and at lower costs? While there are many approaches to this problem statement, we chose to follow the path of reusable components and automatic code generation. This is similar to software product lines and assembling software solutions from a repository of reusable components. Most of the applications that we build today have a mobile app, a web-based backoffice, and a backend API that exposes REST endpoints. A majority of these applications perform create, read, update, and delete operations. Considering this, we chose to first build a CRUD generator using React and Spring Boot that will provide a working application template which can be extended by the development engineers. So, over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the code generator in action. I think it's best to understand this using a demo application. So, for our simple case, let's assume we have to build an application called for asset management. So, where we kind of create and manage employees, create and manage assets, and assign assets to employees. And it's all protected by an authentication. There are three main inputs to the code generator. The first, which is an UI layout. This is a React UI template that forms the foundation of the UI layer. We also have a reusable React components, and this UI layer is composed of those reusable React components. So there's a default layout that is available, and it can be customized as per the needs. The second is an entity configuration, which is currently a JSON file. This contains a list of entities, their relationships, and the UI configurations, basically the data that needs to be shown in the UI. The third is a Maven archetype, which provides the Java project template. So there's a default archetype available that provides authentication functionality using OAuth 2, CORS filters, basic Spring Boot dependencies, etc. An output of this is a fully functional CRUD application. So as shown here, the only configuration that the developer needs to provide is this entities, so which is basically a JSON file. So now let's take a quick look at the JSON. So this is a sample JSON file for our application. So it has got an employee entity, which has got a one-to-many relationship with the assets, the asset entity, and we also have the attributes of the employee entity, and we also have the UI configurations, basically what fields need to be displayed in the add edit form, on the in the listing grid, etc. And if there's any search or sorting fields that we need to add, and we also have the asset entity. So with this configuration in place, we're ready to start generating code. So the configuration file is in this config folder, and there are two scripts: generate API.sh and generate UI.sh, which are used to create the REST API endpoints and the UI code respectively. So let's start by creating the REST API endpoints. So this script takes in three arguments, which is the Maven group ID, the artifact ID, and the package name. So this script basically downloads the archetype, installs it, generates the code based on the archetype, builds it, and runs it. So while the backend code is being generated, we can also generate the UI code. You can see the REST API folder has been created. So on the left side, we see that the REST API has been generated and the application has been started on port 8088. So there are these ports and these default configurations can be changed by the developers. So while we are waiting for the UI development or UI generation to be complete, so we can take a look at the documentation. So we also have built-in Swagger for documentation along with this code generation. So all the API endpoints, the documentation for the API endpoints is also generated as part of the code generation. So while you're waiting for the UI development, we can take a quick look at the generated code. So this is the generated backend code we have. So we have the models generated. We have the repository classes. We have this security is part of the Maven archetype, and also the controllers and all the error handling, etc. And we also have a test framework that's auto generated for all the controllers with all the methods. And then we also have a data provider thing class here. So all the developer has to do is provide the input and output parameters, and the rest of the execution of this test case, etc., is automatically done by this framework. Okay, so now the UI code has been generated, and we are starting the UI application. So we can also look at the React code. So these are the reusable components that we have, plus the containers like asset and employee that are created here. So the generation automatically has one user which is created, but that can be customized. We can add any number of users or modify it to get it from a database, etc. So this has been generated, but now there are a few more tweaks that need to be done to have those employees and assets visible on the screen. So the first step would be to add a route. The second part is to add it to the navigation menu. So we have the employees and assets here. But if you look at it, we don't have the labels yet, because we currently support localization. So current the languages are English and Deutsch. So we need to provide the labels for English and Deutsch. So there are strings which are added in the code, and we need to provide the corresponding translations. So for in the interest of time, I already have those labels. So we have an basic CRUD operation screen that's so it also has edit functionalities, delete. You can search by asset ID. So there's no asset available. Similarly, you can have it for the employees. You can create employees. So all these fields that we see here are what is defined in the JSON file. So this gives an kind of a template which can be used by the development team to kickstart their entire development process, and they can just adapt it and focus on the more important aspects of quality and quality of service parameters. So that's a quick overview of the CRUD generator. So a few more enhancements are planned down the line. So we plan to add renderers for mobile apps. So we could generate mobile apps automatically from the JSON file itself, and also have a visual representation of those JSONs and automatically generate those the configuration JSON base visually, like from an UML diagram or from an kind of a visual graph editor, etc. So these are some of the things that are planned in the near future. I hope I was able to convey about the code generator. And thanks a lot for your time. And if you have any more questions, please reach out to Najit. Thank you so much.